Hi folks, so here we are in the little Mark 1 Mini. Better get something out of the way to start with. I've never been a huge fan of these. I'm gonna sound really bad because I know everybody loves them. However, start straight up. My wife and her family were heavily into the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, whatever the generations as they went on of the original Mini, and I wanted to like them because she liked them, and my only real jaunting one was when her brother had a, I would say, sort of race prepared Metro engine in his, one of his should I say, and let me take over driving, and I got to the first corner at about 50 miles an hour and the hub gave way on me. I didn't even manage to get through the corner. There was literally a lay-by and I pulled over. So that was my whole Mini driving experience of the original Mini, and it wasn't as good as having a proper Mark 1. But listen, that's what it sounds like. And it's unmistakably an original Mini, just from the noise alone. And how many of you can remember your first car being one of these? And I'm sorry, we're so bouncy, but this, I mean, if it was that way inclined and it was my own car and this was my own plot and I wasn't so worried about it getting turned over, this would be one hell of a racetrack for a little car like this. Now, you'll see we're still moving and I have my foot flat to the board on the brakes. There is a working handbrake, which is, I believe, how the current owner managed to get it across. Alright, let me see, because we've an original shifter by the looks of things, but it's not fitted. So, into neutral. Oh, well that's definitely neutral. There we go. Too busy talking, no. So there's neutral now. There we go. So over and back. You see, I nearly always know what I'm doing. But yeah, this could be a cracking little car for a racetrack around here if that was so to be inclined, the way to do it. Okay, I'll turn her off. Totally original in here. I mean, look at this, for goodness sake. Plastic covers, I don't know who put those on, if it came like that. They're only in the back seats anyway. You can see the roof lining is, again, I would assume all original plastic on this. I don't know. Anybody that knows these will know whether that's original fabric. I've been told that it's sat for 20 years untouched, and I would believe it. There's a collection of dead spiders and cobwebs in the back. Been in a garage 20 years, not touched, but now come on again. Look how together this is for a car of this age. We have missing some of the heater pipe. That's a very common thing, so as I understand. How do we get out of here? Oh, we'll pull it down. Obviously, I haven't had the doors closed to check that. And I basically roll out of it. But the little seats, steering wheel, it's missing the centre hub, unfortunately. And I've been going through the paint colours. And I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. You'll all know what it is. Surf blue. I read that it maybe was an electric blue, but for this video and for now, I'm going with surf blue. And you're welcome to tell me I'm wrong. And if I type something completely different, whatever I type's the actual colour, and whatever I've said here is absolute nonsense. Gorgeous. Gorgeous little thing. So, I mean, it's an original colour. You know, we'll look around everywhere, the door shuts and everything else. You can tell from inside, that's what it's supposed to be. Or somebody's done a bloody good job if it wasn't, because the paint's everywhere. Billy basic. but my God, it's a Mark 1 Mini. It's all correct that I can see. It's so small as well. Let's face it, I feel like the land of the giants beside it. This is cool. This is cool. I noticed this, and that's obviously if you had something too big in your boot and you were driving with the boot down, the police could still see your number plate. I would assume it's the police, because in the 60s, who else would have been given a damn? I don't think there was ANPR back in them days. So, 1 spur, 2 spurs, and that's solid. Great number plate. That is solid. That would be an original petrol tank. Yeah, well impressed. Now, I'm not down under there, but we'll get down in their butts and have a look. But you could assume that if this is solid, that the battery tray is solid. Let's see. Let's see. Well, it's been under sealed in parts, so you would say that it's, I don't know, that looks original to me, but I would equally say that it could have been patched in different things over the years. If you're taking it as red, yeah, look, it's had some paint work done at some stage because the tire has blue paint on it. But we'll forgive it for that, because it does look original. The exhaust looks in good condition too. Underneath looks good. It really does. I mean, I'm not seeing rust, I'm seeing cracked paint in places, or shrunk paint. This, I mean, that would all clean, to be quite honest with you. Dimensions are so small, they really are. But that was what made it what it was. Let's suppose that's, what am I talking about? Land of the giants for me, but not only were cars smaller in the 60s, but so were the people that got into them and drove them. Now the tyres are perished. You wouldn't want to be going far on them, you can see. So my advice is get the car recovered, or lift it up, put it in your pocket and carry it home with you. But yes, get it recovered just for your own safe peace of mind between that and the brakes. I mean, little bits, from what I know limited, the A-pillar down around there is a weak point on all of them, and that's solid. You know, take it under no illusion that you're going to be doing some form of restoration in this, be it you like the paint, you want to keep it, and you're going to do something mechanically, or the wheels, or the interior, or the rubbers. You know, you could go and do nothing and push it into the corner of your garage, clean it and enjoy it, or you could go mad. It's a Mark 1 Mini. So a little bit there, little bit crusty if I'm being honest on both sides. You can feel it sort of crunchy a wee bit in the inside, but it's solid, so it's more than likely the layers of paint that's a little bit crusty. But you're getting the picture. This isn't a wreck of a car. This isn't being held together by the paint. As I said, that point there on the most recent Mini Coopers Sport Packs has been replaced, even in the lowest mileage of cars. Dozens and dozens of times I've seen that happen. So a little bit down there too. So if you're seeing this car and want to be hard on it, or think that I'm being hard on it, you know, I guess I am, because it's going to be a lot of money to somebody. But again, my God, you know, what an original car. We're not cleaning it, we're not touching it, you're seeing it as it is. But I get the impression that it was parked up 20 years ago after a bit of footering around with paintwork and touching up this or changing tires or something, and forgotten about for one reason or another. You know, maybe the owner passed away. I'm going to try and not speculate. Maybe somebody lost their license or the desire to drive. But let's see what I tinker with this a little bit. The other day, it's just under there, and the rain's just starting. Perfectly timed. A little Morris engine. Fab. That's fab. It's the engine number, I think, is it? It's just the dimensions are all so small. A beautiful little badge. Yeah, it's a gorgeous thing. So, somebody's going to get themselves a very original car, and what they choose to do with it will be their pleasure to do. Let's see if I can start her up and you can see under the engine. Very sweet. Yeah, very sweet. Put that back now. I'll finish off my video and get some pictures. So, the guiding is 6 to 10. I don't believe for a minute that it'll do less than 10. There's been some recent cars in the last year, not loads, but there's been some recent Mark 1s that have been literally dragged out of sheds and have done 8 and upwards, and that's classic auction prices. So that's not to say what it would be at a dealer, it's not to say even as a private sale. So I mean, I will be shocked if this does less than 10. And again, for your own safety, you drive it away on the back of a trailer, because the foot brake needs blade, it needs something. And obviously the tires are perished. But for 10k, what an investment. And a piece of British heritage. Cheers guys, good luck now.